What's going on, guys? It's Manny here with Beer and Bus, and today I'm going to show you how simple it can be to set up your camper van or bus conversion solar electrical system. And before we get into it, all the components you'll need for this electrical setup are going to be pinned down in the description below. So in this example, I'm using a very basic diagram so you can have a better understanding on how things work. So let's start off with the basics. You'll need a solar panel, a breaker, a solar controller, and a battery. Solar panels will come with positive and negative wires, with the positive wire going from the solar panel to the breaker, and from the breaker to the input side of the solar controller. Next, the black negative wire is going to run from your solar panel to your solar controller. Next, you're going to need to connect your solar controller to your battery. Your positive wire will go from the output side of the solar controller to the positive of the battery. The negative output wire will connect to the battery monitor shunt, and the shunt to the negative part of the battery. The shunt is a device that measures the voltage going through it to give you an accurate reading of how much battery you have left on your battery monitor screen. Keep in mind that the battery monitor will need some power to turn on, so the shunt will come with a wire that you can directly connect to the positive of the battery to give it some juice. Now that you understand how to connect your solar panels to your batteries, let's go over what these components are. So there's two different types of solar panel cells, one being polycrystalline and the other being monocrystalline. So in a nutshell, the monocrystalline solar panels are made of a higher quality material, which makes them more expensive than the polycrystalline. They both work, but it all really just depends on your budget. And next we have our circuit breaker, which is basically a safety mechanism that protects against overcurrent. A breaker's main function is to basically make sure your wires don't heat up to the point where you have a fire, so use them. Now we have our MPPT solar controller, which is basically a device that takes the power from your solar panels and safely charges your batteries. So as your solar panels produce power, they're going to produce that power at an irregular voltage depending on if the sun is out or not. Your solar controller is then going to take that irregular voltage and convert it down to the proper voltage needed to safely charge your batteries. Now we have our 12-volt lithium battery, which is what we're going to use to store the power from the solar panels. I made a whole different video going over different types of batteries. Just keep in mind, when you're purchasing your batteries for your battery bank, stay away from lead acid. Try to go with lithium if you have the money. AGM is okay, but try to go with lithium if it's possible. Next, we have our battery monitor, which is basically a device that measures the voltage going in and out of your batteries to give you an accurate reading on your battery monitor of exactly how much juice you have left in your battery bank. This video was intended for educational purposes only. If you're doing this yourself, make sure to read all the owner's manuals to make sure you're staying up to date on manufacturer specifications. And there you have it. I tried to keep it short and simple. If you guys have any questions, drop a comment down below, and I'm going to be making another video on how to set up an inverter charger and your DC to DC charger. And don't forget to smash that subscribe button. But see you next time. Peace.